is given as 5 meter exactly at the center, that you can just look at over here. So this is 30 meter span, the distance from here to here, and exactly at the center at the 15 meter from the left support and 15 meter from the right support, we have a C point, so that we can consider as the crown. Okay, so the highest point in the uh, uh, three 3-inch arch, so we can consider as crown. Okay, so technically that point we called it as crown. Okay, so from the datum to that point, so it is given as 5 meter and subjected to a point load of 80 kilonewton, so that is exactly at 10 meter from the left hinge. Okay, so exactly from left hinge, so that is support at A at a distance of 10 meter, so it is subjected to 80 kilonewton on the arch. Okay, so here, so the main aim is to draw the Bennington diagram. So reactions we need to find, right, and we need to find the normal thrust and radial shear exactly at 12 meter from the 12 meter from the left hinge. That means at this particular distance, so that is x equals to 12 meter. So we need to find the normal thrust, so that will be acting tangent to the particular uh, arch. Okay, and exactly perpendicular to the normal thrust, you can expect the radial shear. Okay, so this we need to find at this particular point. Understood? So now, so in order to find this, uh, we have to find the reactions, right? So in order to find what are the steps that we need to follow, that we'll discuss thoroughly. So later we'll go for this particular problem statement. So here, so we have two support, so that is 2 hinges at the same point, and at this point you have one more hinge. Okay, so at support A and support B, you can expect a reactions. So the reactions are considered as VA and VB. Okay, and the horizontal reactions considered as HA as well as HB. Okay, so here HA as well as HB is same. Okay, HA as well as HB remains same, so we can consider as HA. Okay, so that we call it as horizontal thrust. We call it as horizontal thrust also, or you can call it as horizontal reactions. So there are 3 unknown reactions that we need to find. So one is H, one is VA, and one is VB. Okay, so these things we need to find. So in order to find these unknowns, okay, so you need to consider equations of equilibrium. So what are the equations of equilibrium that you need to consider? So here, so in order to find find the reactions, so let me consider some of the vertical forces are 0. So here vertical forces are 2 reactions and a point load. 2 reactions are acting upward, positive, and this 80 kilonewton is acting downward and considered positive in the RHS, right? So that is fine. So next, in order to find one particular unknown, so either you can find VA or VB. So what you need to do, so you need to consider moment at any one support. Okay, so moment at A, if you consider, so you'll get VB. So once you'll get VB, you can easily substitute to this particular equation to get one more unknown, so that is VA. Is it clear? So these steps that you need to follow. And so now we got these 2 unknowns, that is VA as well as VB. So we not to find H, so we need to consider moment at C. Okay, so we need to consider moment at C, because if I consider moment at A, so again H remains same, H remains 0, and if I consider moment at B, H remains 0, because both at the H at it is acting at A as well as at B. Okay, so that means the moment due to the moment due to this particular H force at A as well as at B, it is 0. Okay, so for that, in order to find this value, so what is the only option? So only option is to get the you need to consider moment at C. So either you can consider on LHS or RHS. Okay, so only half of the portion that you can consider, because this H, if I consider this H remains same both in A as well as B, at support A as well as at B. So no need to consider all the forces. Only half of the structure if you consider to find H, so that is more than enough. Okay, so the same thing that we have done over here. So you can just look at this one. We have considered moment at C, RHS, only RHS. So where we'll get the perpendicular distance per H, and we have a reaction at VB, right? So for that, perpendicular distance is 15. So later we'll discuss. Okay, so by this way you can get this reactions. Okay, so by this way you can get this reactions. So very easy. Okay, so only thing is you need to consider equations of equilibrium. So first, summation V equals to 0. So next, in order to find one particular unknown, you need to consider moment at any support. Okay, either it may be A or it may be B. Okay, so one unknown you are going to get. So that again you directly substitute to this particular equation, you will get both the unknown. So but in order to find the horizontal reaction, okay, in order to find the horizontal reaction, you need to consider moment at C. Why moment at C? Because if I consider moment at A or B, if you see that H is acting at point A, H is acting at point B. So moment at these points will be 0 due to horizontal thrust or horizontal reaction. So again, only one side if you consider, that is more than enough, because H at A, H at B remains same. So now once you got all the reactions, okay, so you can find the resultant at A. Okay, so this force is acting, the magnitude of H is different, magnitude of V is different. So then you need to find the resultant force. So resultant force can be found, and what will be the angle between with respect to one particular with respect to the angle between the resultant force to the datum line. Okay, so that you can consider as theta A. Okay, similar way you'll be getting VB as well as H. So again you can find the resultant B. So for in order to find the resultant, so what you can do, so you can use Pythagoras theorem, so where you can easily find this RA. Okay, and if you consider tan theta, so you can find this slope between the resultant with respect to horizontal. Okay, so that I have shown over here, so you can just go through. Okay, so by this way you can find this reactions. Okay, you can find this unknown reactions. So next part is to draw the bending moment diagram. Okay, so in order to draw the bending moment diagram, okay, so let me discuss this later. So I'll tell why these equations are required. Okay, so these equations, why it is required, so that we'll discuss later. Okay, so coming to bending moment diagram, so in order to get this bending moment, you require this equation, but I'll discuss little later. Okay, so now, so moment at A, moment at B, moment at C equals to 0. So why it is 0? So why directly considered as 0? Yes. So what may be the reason? Yes. Yes. Anmol, Vikram, are they? Yes. So at the hinge, okay, you can expect two reactions. Okay, at the hinge support, so it is free to move. So that means or it is free to rotate, sorry, not to move, it is free to rotate. So where rotation is there, so that means you can't expect any moment. Okay, so you can't expect any moment. So that means at point A as well as at point C as well as at point B, you have a in support. Okay, so these are all in support. So because of in support, okay, so it can free to rotate. Okay, so it can free to rotate. It may be any it may be any direction. Okay, it may be clockwise or it may be anti-clockwise. That is not required, but it can free to rotate. So because of that, so moment at those points are 0. Okay, so that you can directly note down. So that is easily we got. So now we got in order to write the bending moment diagram, in order to write very simple module. Okay, very simple module, you can score out of out in this particular module. It is very simple. Okay, so only one kind of the procedure if you follow, if you just remember the procedure how to find the unknowns, that is more than enough. Okay, so these points, the moment at these points we already considered as 0 because of in support. That means it can free to rotate, where you cannot expect any moment value. Okay, so now, so in order to draw the bending moment diagram, so at these points we got it as 0. So then which are the other points we need to find the moment? So here you can see that there is a point load. So because there is a point load, you can expect there is a moment. So that means, so you can consider this point as D. Okay, you can consider this point as D. So that means you need to find moment at D. Coming to this segment, so from AC segment we are finding the moment at D. So in order to draw a bending moment diagram, maximum bending moment diagram between C and B, so we need to consider a section. We need to consider a section as XX at that particular section. Okay, so we need to find the moment. Okay, so let me find the consider the moment at X as mx. So that is md we need to find, mx we need to find. So in order to draw the bending moment diagram, it may be something like this. Okay, at C it is 0, at A it is 0, at B is 0. So only thing is you need to find moment at D, moment at X. Understood? So then we'll discuss how to find this moment. Understood? So next, similar way, MD is find it, and between C and B, so we find it. We are considered a section. At that particular section, the moment is considered as mx. Okay. So now this is the kind of bending moment diagram that we got. Understood? So this is also completed. Okay, so I'm just talking only the procedure related to the problem statement. Okay, so next we need to find the normal thrust and radial shear at 12 meter from the left support. Okay, so we already know what is the formula to find normal thrust and radial shear. So okay, so I have discussed in the previous session how to get these formulas. Okay, how to get these formulas. You just try to remember the formula at least. So you don't require how we got this formula, but you try to remember how to try to remember these formulas. Okay, so here H is nothing but horizontal thrust. H is nothing but horizontal thrust or horizontal reaction, and V is nothing but shear force. Don't consider as reaction. Okay, so V is nothing but shear force. Please understand. So theta is the slope. Theta is the slope. So in order to get this theta, so we can see that this formula, I hope you'll be knowing. This is the equation of parabola. Okay, so if I just substitute the values, required values, I can get the height from the datum to any point of the arch. Okay, Again, if I differentiate with respect to x with this for this equation, so you'll get a equation, so that is dy by dx, that is equals to tan theta. Okay, so that is nothing but slope equation. Okay, so in order to find theta, so you need to consider this particular equation. So here x is nothing but 12 meter. Okay, so they have asked to find the normal thrust and radial shear at a distance of 12 meter from the left support. Okay, you can consider this x as 12 meter. Understood? So if I substitute this particular equation, so then you can consider theta equals to some value. Okay, the same value you can substitute over here, and h is already known. Okay, but v is nothing but shear force. So up to 12 meter. Okay, so now just go to the figure. So up to, so assume that this is the distance from left support, that is equals to 12 meter. So this is up to 10 meter. Okay, so what are the forces are within this range? What are the forces are acting within this range? VA is acting and 80 kilonewton is acting. So we need to consider shear force. So V is nothing but shear force. Don't consider as VA, then it will be wrong. Okay, you should be very careful. Okay, so V is nothing but shear force. So within 12 meter, what are the forces are acting? VA is acting, so that is V equals to VA is acting upward. So upward it is positive. Okay, and 80 is acting downward. So minus 80. So there you can substitute VA and minus of 80. That will be your V value. Okay. So once you got H value, V value as well as theta value. So if you remember this normal thrust as well as radial shear formula, you can easily substitute and you can get the magnitude of each one. Okay. So now tell me any clarifications that you require regarding the procedure to solve the problem statement. Yes.
No, sir.
Okay. So now let me discuss what are the things that I have substituted and values regarding value substitution, right? The same thing that I'm going to discuss again. Okay. So as I mentioned, so initially we need to find the reactions. So use the conditions of equilibrium. So where you can find VB as well as VA. Okay, I hope you don't require much clarifications related to finding VB and VA. So it is already discussed in the previous session also. Okay, so but this is very important. Okay, summation of MC is very important. So because of H at A as well as HB is same. Okay, so only you consider half of this portion. Okay, half of this portion in order to find H. Okay, so here I not consider this side, I consider this particular side because there is no load. Okay, in order to make easy, I consider on this side. Okay, so let me calculate. Yeah, so H value equals to 80. So we got this 80. So let me discuss. Okay. Let me discuss. So only half of the portion that we need to consider up to here. So VB is acting. So we are considering moment at C point. Okay, at this particular point. So VB is a force acting vertically upward. To reach C, we require a perpendicular distance of 15 meter, right? And you see the rotation, it is anti-clockwise rotation. So minus VB equals to how much? 26.67. Okay, 26.67 times 15 meter. So y minus the rotation of this particular load towards C, it is anti-clockwise. Okay, so next coming to this H is the horizontal force. To reach C, what is the perpendicular distance required? The perpendicular distance required is 5 meter. Okay, so the perpendicular distance required is 5 meter, and you see the rotation towards C, so it is clockwise. Okay, so clockwise positive, right? So you can easily find H equals to 80 kilonewton. Very simple. And again, so in order to find this RA, the resultant force at A and resultant force at support B. So two forces are acting. You can just draw this kind of a figure. So you can just consider a Pythagoras theorem. So that is root VA square by plus HA square. You can easily find this. Okay, again consider tan theta. Tan theta equals to opposite by adjacent. Here opposite is VA, adjacent is H, where you can easily find this theta A. Understood? So this theta A is not same as where we are finding normal thrust and radial shear. Don't substitute these values. This is totally different. This is the angle between the resultant force at A to with respect to horizontal. Okay, please understand. And similarly, so you can find the resultant force at support B. So VB you know, H already you know, so you can find this resultant at B. Similar way you can find this theta B. So now tell me any clarifications that you require related to finding the reactions?
No,
yes,
sir.
Okay. So now, so why you require this rise and slope equation? Okay, so you require rise equation in order to find the moment. Okay, so I'll show when we are going to apply this equation, but so you try to get this rise as well as slope equation. So for that you need to remember the equation of parabola. So that is y equals to 4 times of h divided by L square times x times of L minus x. Okay, so here you already know h value, you already know L value. Okay, so here you are not going to substitute x. Okay, so x is the distance. X may be varying. Say for example, if I want the bending moment at 10 meter, so you can substitute x as 10 meter. If I want bending moment at 12 meter, so you can substitute x as 12 meter. Okay, so x parameter is varying parameter. Okay, so you don't substitute any values of x. So when we are going to substitute, when you are finding at a particular section, when you are finding a bending moment at particular section, so that in that time you can substitute x value. Okay, you just try to retain the equation in terms of x. So you know h value, you know L value, you can directly substitute over here. Understood? So you simplify this equation as y equals to 0.0667x minus 0.022 x square. Okay, this is your rise equation. Okay, once you got this equation, again, so for this equation, if you differentiate with respect to x, so then you will get this tan theta. Okay, that is nothing but the slope equation. Okay, so differentiation of x equals to 1, so that is 0.667 times of 1, and differentiation of x square will be equals to 2x, so that is 2 times of 0.022 equals to 0.044. Okay, so if I differentiate, you will get the slope equation, so that is 0.667 minus 0.044x. Understood? Similar way, so once you got this rise equation as well as slope equation, you can find this bending moment. As I mentioned, bending moment at the hinges are 0 because it is free to rotate because of in support. Understood? So next, coming to find the bending moment at this segment within AC segment. So within AC segment, you can see that there is a point load is acting. So where you can find this bending moment. Okay. So where the point load is acting, so there you can expect maximum bending moment. Yes, right. So in case of, if you consider this one in terms of in horizontal way, so where you will get the maximum bending moment at the point of where the point load is acting. Similar way, this is a kind of beam. Understood? So if I consider 2 inches and subjected to a point load of 80 kilonewton, so where you can expect maximum bending moment, the maximum bending moment will be at the point of point load. Understood? Similar way, in this particular segment, that is AC segment, you will get the maximum moment at D. So then how to find the moment at D? So that is, you just consider the forces up to D, so up to this location, right? So which are the forces are acting? VA is acting. So MD equals to, let me write it over here, MD equals to VA is acting. So VA is a vertical force, and to reach D, you require a perpendicular distance of how much? 10 meters. So that is VA into 10. And see the rotation of this particular load to in order to reach D, it is clockwise. So plus. Understood? So similar way, what are the other force? So one is H is acting. Okay, H is the horizontal force to reach D. So we don't know this distance, right? So in order to get this distance, you require Rice equation. Okay, so you can just note it as YD. Okay, so in order to get this YD, you require this particular equation. So this particular equation, is it clear? So minus H times of YD. YD is the perpendicular distance. Understood? So in order to find YD, so you need to consider this particular equation. I hope it is clear. So now you can see that the same equation, and YD is nothing but you can substitute Y, you can consider this Rice equation as YD. Okay, same thing it is considered over here. So now what is X? So we require moment at a distance of how many meters from the left support, from the particular load. So at this particular load, it is acting at A. To reach YD, you require a distance of 10 meters. So X equals to how much? X equals to 10 meter. Okay, so you can substitute X equals to 10 meter. Okay, so then you will get in terms of values. Okay, you can, I hope you can easily simplify these values. You can get this MD value. MD equals to 175.7 kilonewton meter. Understood? So this is where you require the Rice equation. Understood? In order to get the perpendicular distance for this horizontal thrust or horizontal reaction. Is it clear? Now on AC segment, we got the maximum bending moment. Now move on to BC segment. There is nothing here, right? There is no load acting over here. Okay, so what we'll do, we'll consider a section in this particular, we don't know where exactly bending moment is acting. We'll consider a section, and this distance we'll consider as X. Understood? So now move on to this particular one. So I just isolate this particular portion. We have isolated this particular portion, and I have shown over here. Okay, so you already know H value, so that is 80 kilonewton, and VB equals to 26.67 kilonewton. Okay, and this is a section that I have considered, and the distance from this section where we considered to be is X, and from the datum line to arch portion, okay, and that particular arch portion considered as y, okay, or yx, you can denote it as yx, that will be better, okay. So y suffix x, understood. And so now consider moment on this particular section. So which are the forces are acting? So between this support B and xx, two forces are acting, okay. So VB into x, V is the vertical force. To reach this section xx, you require a distance of perpendicular distance of x, and you just check the type of rotation. It is anti-clockwise, okay, minus. We can consider because we are considering from the right hand side, right? From the right hand side, if you just go to this particular one, bending moment, okay. So the moment in this direction, considered as positive, okay, sagging moment, understood, sagging moment. So when you are considering from particular section, okay, so if it is moving like this, anti-clockwise movement considered as positive, okay, this is sagging moment or positive bending moment. And going for this particular one, H is the force. To reach this particular section, you require a perpendicular distance of y. Again, you just check the rotation, it is clockwise, where in case of clockwise, you just check the rotation. So the rotation will be arcing moment in the right hand side. If the rotation is clockwise, okay, then it will be considered as negative moment, okay. You just try to remember these two diagrams whenever you are finding the bending moment diagram, okay. From the right, only will confuse from the right hand side. So from the left hand side, it won't be any confusion, but where in case of right hand side, you should be very, very careful, okay. So now you try to substitute VB value. So we don't know this x value as well as y value, okay. So let me keep this x as x, and you know h value, but you know this y. Y is nothing but what? Rice equation. So we already know Rice equation in terms of x, so that you try to substitute over here, okay. So now you simplify, you'll get in the form of equation in the form of x as well as x square, understood. So now we got that the maximum x, the moment at x equals to minus 26 point so minus 26.69 x plus 1.776 x square, okay. So now in order to find x value, okay, so in order to get this mx, you require to find x value. So in order to find this, what we'll do, so for this equation, for this ms equation, we'll just differentiate with respect to x, partial differentiation with respect to x, so that is equals to 0, okay. So that is some differentiation of x, it will be equals to 1, okay. So minus 26.69 times 1, and this is the differentiation of x square will be 2 times of x. So 2 times of 1.776, it is equals to 3.552x. So now you can easily substitute x value, so that is x equals to 7.51 meter. So that means that at a distance of 7.51 meter from the right support, you will get the maximum moment, okay. So now you substitute this x value over here, okay. So then you can get this maximum moment in the CB segment. So the maximum moment in the CB segment equals to minus 100.27. So now we got the moment at maximum moment at this particular section, and maximum moment at AC section, right? AC segment as well as CB segment. So now you can easily draw this bending moment diagram. Okay. So then how to draw the bending moment diagram? You just draw the 3-inch arch and you mark the hinges A, C, B where moments are zero. Where moments are zero at this particular hinges, and we got maximum moment at D, so that is equals to 175.7 kilonewton meter. So again point load, so linearly varying. Okay, this is linearly varying. Understood? Again at C it is 0. Let join at C as 0, and again at XX section, so that is 7.51 meter from the distance B. So we have a maximum moment at that particular point. We got in terms of minus, so minus 100.27. Again at B it is 0. So from C to B, let me join CB, and between this point, so this point will be considered as minus 100.27 kilonewton. So by this way you can draw the bending moment diagram. So now tell me, any clarifications required in order to write the bending moment diagram? Yes, any clarifications required?
No, sir.
Others?
No, sir.
Okay, so now we have finished. So one more aim or the goal, you can say, right? BMD we have completed. So next move on to find NT as well as RS at a distance of 12 meter. Okay, it is very easy if you just remember the equation. Okay, so the equation is something like this. So that is NT is mentioned simplified. The normal thrust is denoted as short term as NT. Don't try to denote as NT. Okay, try to denote as normal thrust and radial shear. Okay, and normal thrust, so that is H cos theta plus V sin theta, and radial shear H sin theta minus V cos theta. Okay, so here you try to note down this. So where we need to find normal thrust and radial shear, so we need to find at a distance of 12 meter from the left support. Okay, so you can consider that 12 meter as X. So why we need to consider as X? Because in order to find theta. So which are the unknowns that you need to find here? H is the unknown, V is the unknown, theta is the unknown. So if you know this, you can easily find this NT as well as RS. So you already know the horizontal reaction, so you can directly substitute. Okay, so theta is nothing but slope. Okay, so this theta can be get from slope equation. Okay, so I hope now it is clear why you require this slope equation as well as rise equation. So rise equation can be utilized in order to find the bending moment, and the slope equation is utilized in order to find the normal thrust as well as radial shear. So this you already know, H. So now coming to this equation, tan theta equals to 0.00667 minus 0.044 x is the slope equation we got. Okay, so here x equals to how much? 12. Why 12? So we need to find normal thrust and radial shear at a distance of 12 meter from the left support. It is given in the problem statement. Okay, so don't substitute, don't consider this theta as theta A and theta B. Don't add theta A and theta B, then you don't consider as theta equals to theta A plus theta B. Okay, that is wrong. Okay, I've seen many of the students, they'll do like this. Okay, so don't do like this. This theta is different. So what the theta that I'm talking now, it is totally different. So this theta is the angle between the resultant force at a particular support with respect to horizontal. Okay, so now coming to here, so slope equation. So if you just substitute over here, you will get a value. So then you can, what you can do, so you can consider theta equals to tan inverse of this particular equation, okay. So you can get this theta, okay. I hope you can able to work in the calc. I am not showing how to work in the calc. You are matured, right? So you have done so many calculations. I hope you are able to do. So for that reason, I am not calculating any value, okay. So now, so this also we got. So next is V. So don't consider V as VA plus VB, okay, that is wrong, understood. So V here, it is shear force, okay. So what are the forces acting up to 12 meter? So that you need to consider. So that is, let me go to figure. So up to 12 meter from the left support, we need to find the normal thrust. Normal thrust will be acting tangent on this particular, tangent to this particular arch, and the radial shear will be acting perpendicular to this